Boo, 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 boo.
Oh,
I'm singing the theme song this morning.
no expenses were spared with that soundtrack you have going. I
Hi,
approve.
everybody. It's Jason Briggy for Coffee on the Coast on the Coolest Coast, and I'm here with my good friend Tim Gadzinski from
Hello.
the award-winning, awesome, amazing downtown jewel of a building, the institution, known as the Manitowoc Public Library. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for that awesome introduction.
Well, the Manitowoc Public Library is the cynosure of all things civilized in Manitowoc. And I love going to the Manitowoc Public Library all the time. And Tina and I are huge supporters of it and all the programming that you do because we like an intelligent society that is well informed. And that's what you guys do.
Agreed.
We are talking about something very unique, though, today, and it's very timely because there's a lot of talk about how awesome the downtown is, and the library's downtown. We just opened our business downtown. We just moved downtown, and there's another institution coming downtown, brand new, that everybody's talking about, and that kind of correlates with what we're talking about today. Tim, do you want to give the lowdown of what everybody can expect to hear?
Certainly. Well, the name of the program is called The Beer Experience. And honestly, this grew out of last year in the initial days of the pandemic when the library had to shut down. We were throwing everything against the wall as far as virtual programming goes and see what was sticking. And at that point, I did the wine experience with Brock over at Courthouse Pub.
Sure.
And, as much as everyone loves wine in our area, people really love beer in our area. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's the drink of choice in our area. And I have been a fan of Pet Skull since they opened. And it occurred to me that doing a program about why you like what you like when it comes to drinking beer and the history of it, what foods pair with it, what makes each flavor profile unique would be something fun to do because, like you said, passing along knowledge is what the library is all about. And it exists in so many different forms. And I love reading, and I love learning serious things, but I love learning just how we go about living our lives daily. And so Paul Hoffman, one of the two founders of Pet Skull, along with his wife, do such a bang-up job with a bunch of different beers, and he also excels at shenaniganing. So there will be a fair amount of shenanigans in this show as well. But each week we're doing it for 3 weeks, starting next Monday, and then August 2nd and August 9th. Each week is a different type of beer. Next week we'll be doing German Pilsners. And the week after that, we'll be doing Belgian beers. And the week after that, we'll close things out with IPAs. So we'll profile about all of the beers that we'll be profiling are from Pet Skull Brewing because they brew such a vast array of beers that it's not hard to, just stay in-house and do everything. And we'll be doing 2 to 3 beers every week, talking about it and exploring the history of it. And just generally discussing beers. We'll be live streaming it from the new Pet Skull in the River Point District, which really is serving as the anchor for the River Point District. I mean, it's the first thing up, and I've peeked inside the windows. I've actually managed to finagle my way indoors under the premise of I need to see what the lights in here, what it's like. Because, for live streaming, I got to know. And fortunately, that very flimsy excuse worked. And Paul is so much fun to do things with. He puts out such a great product. That new space is going to be phenomenal. I love that they're going to include, come October, the restaurant. I'm glad that, we've paired with Paul before. We did the Bruin Bee, the spelling bee for adults from Pet Skull. Yeah, we're going to be picking up again that next summer. This summer, awesome. It didn't seem like a good fit just with them going through everything they are to open. Plus, we weren't sure about pandemic protocols at that point. Yeah. So, but yeah, look for that next year. But this year, the beer experience starting next Monday at 6 p.m. on the library's Facebook page and our YouTube channel. And that will be live streaming every week. And each episode will end with a segment that I'm calling Stump The Brewmeister. Wow. It's going to be a series of questions that may or may not have anything to do with beer.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Outstanding, as Paul would say.
Exactly. He wouldn't say it that quietly, though.
Outstanding. Yeah.
And
So
by
Paul
the way,
Hoffman is an amazing human being. I just have to tell everybody out there, if you haven't met the man, the myth, and the legend, all packaged in one, he is an amazing entrepreneur, and he himself is an anchor of our community. I mean, the things he's doing, we are becoming a destination for people who are into brewing and into craft beers. I mean, now with Sabbatical and with Pet Skull here, with Courthouse Pub brewing some of their own beer, this is becoming a destination. You can go to Grape, Grain, and Bean and get brew kits and try your own stuff. So I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite Pet Skull beer?
I tend to lean more towards their IPAs. I really like the Freaky 220 and the Slam I Am, which is named after Paul's heavy metal cover band from back in the day. But they're just both, they're so flavorful, and especially when the weather is warmer, just the crispness of it, like after like bike riding or something, they're just a perfect restorative. I'll go as far as to say.
I always thought a good name for an IPA would be Hippity Hop.
Well, it makes sense. It's right there.
It's right
and you can have an adorable, somewhat drunken bunny as your mascot.
Totally. Paul's a great guy. He did a Coolest Coast Krolsch for us at one point. But the variety of beers that they brew over there are tremendous. And you know, I peeked in the window as well and saw the huge tanks. So they're going to be able to do a lot of volume out of that place, which is great. And it's just wonderful for tourism. It's wonderful for locals. It's just wonderful all around. I'm so proud of Paul and everything that he's doing over there. So let's tell everybody again, and they should probably have a beer in their hand when they're watching this, by the way.
Well, and also you should have a beer in hand, and this is also tomorrow, because Pet Skull doesn't officially open until Friday, which is going to be a grand event. But the 3 beers that we're profiling tomorrow on Manitowoc Public Library's Facebook page will be listed. So this weekend, if you want to play along with the beer experience at home, you'll be able to pick up Crowlers, which are the canned take-home versions of their beer. If you want to pick up a Crowler or a growler of it, the 3 beers that we're talking about on Monday will be listed on Manitowoc Public Library's Facebook page. And so you can pick them up over the weekend at Pet Skull. And on Monday night, like I said, play along at home.
Yeah, interactive stuff here. So once again, the beer experience, which I think should be titled The Beer Experience, but that's
why didn't I ask you beforehand? It makes sense. It's too late now. We already have the poster. Blast.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Oh, it sure is.
Unless you're drinking IPAs, then it's a little bit.
Then it's just kind of all swirling about.
That's right. So Mondays at 6, July 26th, August 2nd, and August 9th. Thank you so much, Tim, for giving us the lowdown on that. It's always great to see you. And maybe we'll see you at Pet Skull sometime.
All right. That sounds great. And thank you for having me on. Take care.
Awesome.